progress.
Okay, so here we go. We have, many people are asking, we didn't hear about the Chidah in a very long time. Even though, by the way, you have to hear last night's Shiur. Did you hear last night's Shiur about the tzaddik that watches over Israel from Damascus? Oh, you got to hear that. You must hear that Shiur. Do you know which tzaddik is buried in Damascus? I'm not going to reveal to you. You have to hear that Shiur. We had a lot of interesting Shiurim this week on Syria and Damascus. You need to hear all of them. There are 3. Anyway, I want to share with you an amazing insight of the Chidah. We say, Vayivasar Yaakov levadoi vayeavek ish imai. There's a new minhag in Klal Yisrael. It's called a playlist. You know what a playlist is? Where every Friday, you need to listen to the songs that are in the Parsha. Okay, not a bad playlist. By the way, it's better than eating on Friday. It's better than the minhag of eating the Shabbos food on Friday. People think there's a mitzvah to eat the Shabbos food. It's a mitzvah not to eat the Shabbos food on Friday. The mitzvah is to taste it. You know what tasting means? You take a fork, you take 1/10 of a kazayas, and you make a bracha. So on the potato kugel, you make a shahakal. Okay, I'm not getting into now why you make a shahakal. Or you want to taste a little bit of, eat a little bit. So you eat with an appetite on Shabbos. So better than the minhag of eating a lot of, people have taken tayhameha, and they have used it to destroy the Shabbos. You know why? Because if you eat the Shabbos night Suda properly, it saves you from disaster in this world. So the Yetzer Hara doesn't want you to be saved from disaster. So he makes you eat a lot on Friday. Not a good idea to eat a lot on Friday. But that has nothing to do with what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is, there's a minhag to have a playlist. Playlist is you sing the songs in the Parsha. For example, this week, people are going to be singing, Vayivasar Yaakov levadoi vayeavek ishimai adalois alois hashachar. Yeah, but that's the high part. Anyway, on the pasuk Vayivasar Yaakov levadoi vayeavek ishimai, Yaakov remained alone. Why did he remain alone? Because he left pachim ketanim, small jugs. Can I ask you a question? Yaakov was a millionaire. He wasn't rich, and he wasn't very rich. He was very, very rich. He's richer than anyone you know, personally. If you leave a mug, I have a question. Let's say you went to the airport and your flight was delayed 3 hours and you left a mug in the room you were staying. Are you going to take a car service back to get the mug? The car service will cost you more money than the mug. So let's say you left 30 mugs so that your car service will be less than the amount that the mugs are worth. Will you go get them? I don't know. Is it worth your time to get them? I mean, it depends what your financial situation is. If you're not that financially stable, maybe you need the mugs. But a guy like Yaakov Avinu, not a person like Yaakov Avinu, why is he wasting his time going back for mugs? Especially he got left alone and now he's being attacked. Why is Yaakov Avinu returning for Pachim Ketanim? Says the Chidah in the Pesach Einayim in the Gemara in Eruvin Daf Pevav, that in the conduct of Yaakov Avinu, we learn a great principle. A person that is zoicha to wealth and shefa, it's a siman that the heavens have given blessing to this person. He should not be mezalzel in it. He cannot degrade it. He has to respect his money. If Yaakov would not go back for his small jugs, it would look like he's being mezalzel in the gift that Hashem gave him. Maybe if a regular guy left his mugs, he doesn't have to go back. But Yaakov, more than anyone, because he was so wealthy, and he needed to realize that this didn't come through his own hard work, this was a gift from heaven, don't disparage that gift. Says the Chidah, now we understand the practice of Rebi. Rebi hayemechabdin es ha'ashirim. Rebi would respect the wealthy. Now, there is a very big difference between unhealthy respect of the wealthy and respect of the wealthy. Just because a guy has money, it doesn't mean he has chachma. That I'll tell you off the bat. Just because a guy has money, people think that because they're wealthy, people are visiting them for their advice. So for all you wealthy people out there, people are not visiting you for your advice. But still, in the perspective of the Torah, wealth has to be not admired, but respected. It's a gift from heaven. And if heaven chose to give it to a certain person, that means that person is worthy of the gift. And therefore they should be respected. Whose chidush is it that the wealthy should be respected? Rebi. Now that's very interesting. But the Chidah says, from the conduct of Yaakov Avinu, who went back to collect his jugs, the reason is because Yaakov was blessed with wealth. And because of that, he could not be mezalzel in it. And therefore, therefore, Yaakov Avinu of all people had to go back to show honor and respect to the gift that Hashem gave him. And this is the root of the practice of Rebi, who is Mechabed es Shiurim. So the following idea struck me. From where do we learn you should be Mechabed Shiurim? From Yaakov, who went back to get his small jugs. And who adopted this practice to be Mechabed Shiurim? Rebi. Did you know that Rebi was the Gilgal of Yaakov Avinu? He's called Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi. Nasi stands for Nitzutz Shel Yaakov Avinu. Yaakov Avinu's Avraham was Chesed, Yitzchak is Gevura, Yaakov is Tiferes. Tiferes. And therefore, the Midah of Yaakov Avinu is Tiferes. Rebi teaches in Pirkei Avos, Eza hi derech sheyavar lo ha'adam, kol shehi Tiferes la'oiseha, v'tiferes lo min ha'adam. Furthermore, Yaakov Avinu, the bracha that was enacted through him was Hakel HaKadosh, Ata Kadosh, V'Shimcha Kadosh. Therefore, Rebi is called Rabbeinu HaKadosh. Isn't it amazing that Yaakov Avinu, by going back to collect his Pachem Ketanim, he demonstrates that if someone is blessed with great wealth, they can't be mezalzel in the gift of Shamayim. Therefore, the Rebi is the source. Rebi, the Gilgal of Yaakov Avinu, is the one who taught Rebi Mechabed Ashirim. The Chidah concludes that if one is zoicha to great shefa, it is incumbent upon them to support Yirei Hashem and Amelim B'Torah. And says the Chidah, they need to do so in a respectable way, not with quarters, not with change, but the same way they cannot be mezalzel in the shefa that Hashem gave them. The way they show respect for the shefa Hashem gave them is by respectfully and generously supporting that which Hashem holds dear. Rabbi say that is offering number 2.
Recording stopped.
Okay.